Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Your local bedhead here. The other day, when I posted my video about the Conjuring house, Jason Hawes left a comment on my video. So before I act all surprised this happened, I knew about it. This is crazy. This is really crazy, and I'll leave the comment on the screen, of course, so you guys can see it yourself. So yeah, the Conjuring house owner supposedly has accused Jason Hawes of an attempted murder, an assassination attempt on her life. I guess, tried to run his vehicle into the property video. I want to go ahead and emphasize something really quick. There is something going on with this lady. I truly wish that she would get the help she needs, but I just don't see how at this point you don't understand what you're doing is completely unjustified and wrong on so many levels. You are going to be taken to court and you are going to be sued. This is a reoccurring theme, I feel like, in the paranormal community of lately. People are just getting taken to court. Just madness at this point. Now, if somebody, one of the ghost hunters, one of the biggest paranormal investigators of all time, has been just accused of an assassination attempt on a house he has acknowledged he doesn't give a shit too much about. He's only involved because his daughter was involved. Look, these people had the right to speak their mind. They have the right to defend themselves in a situation where she was going out and saying she fired everybody. And then all of a sudden, then now we get this person who gets fired because the spirits told the owner he was stealing money. It has gotten so far out of hand, and this probably is the worst of it right here. To actually accuse somebody of an assassination attempt on your life is another kind of what the fuck. So we're gonna go ahead and watch Jason's video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I try to get my honest thoughts about all this stuff. The only reason why we're tackling this stuff, and I want to go ahead and show this really quick. I figured I might as well go ahead and show it. I plan on ghost hunting soon, and I bought a new camera. I wanted to show that off. We'll go ahead and talk about this. We'll go ahead and try to do a little bit of a deep dive into what's going on here. But at this rate, what's next? What is next? What is going to come out of this lady's mouth?
Hello, everybody. So it has been an insane couple days.
Yeah, I'd
and
say
I'm going to
so.
stress that again. It has been an insane couple days. So
Emphasize on the insane, right? Insane.
if you haven't heard or seen what has been going on with the Conjuring house or following the Conjuring chaos, whatever you want to call it, you have no idea what you've been missing.
No
Now,
shit.
I did not.
No shit. People are saying they're tired of this drama, but this is really something to behold. And maybe I'm wrong for saying that. There's a small glimpse of me that truly does enjoy a glimpse of drama. I'm not saying I enjoy it every day. I'm not saying this is something I strive off of. Of course I don't. But this, with the paranormal community, which I do love to strive off of because I love the paranormal community, there are some things that I think need to be pointed out. And I know people just want to sweep it under the rug. It's drama, blah, blah, blah. But, problems need to be solved pretty much through drama. If there's no drama, and there's no like talking and discussions or anything like that, I don't feel like anything is solved because nobody's asking questions, nobody's pointing things out, and I think it needs to be done for obvious reasons. So, and look, if these videos, annoy you or anything like that, you can always skip the videos. There's better videos on my channel. There's more suited videos for, people's needs on my channel. You don't have to watch the drama stuff, but there is a point when I think the community as a whole needs to step up and just try to take some of these people down. Because what they're doing is not right. What she is doing is not right. And that property that a lot of us paranormal community fans love, we love the Conjuring house. Whether it's haunted or not, we love the history. We love how old it is. It's a beautiful location. I'm not going to sit here and say this is exactly what she's thinking or this is what I'm going to accuse her of doing. But at this point, what's going to happen to that house at the end of this? I don't know. It's getting really kind of scary because this woman is unpredictable with what she's been doing lately.
Want to make this video, but I have to make this video now because I think I've just been accused of being involved in an assassination plot. And I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to show those messages. I mean, because it gets crazier and crazier.
Ugh.
And I don't know. So if you haven't followed the drama or you have no idea what's been going on, back in the end of April, beginning of May, 7 employees turned in their resignation because they were dealing with some issues. And the owner, they communicated back and forth, and the owner was trying to get them to stay and change things, and they all declined. So those messages got worse and worse throughout the period of time. And then, I believe it was July 10th, all of a sudden, a post gets posted where just viciously attacking them. claiming all these things, let alone the text messages that were accusing people of stealing money, accessing accounts. And you can see all that. It's on a video right here on Jason Hawes. So check it out. But then, if we didn't think it could get crazier, the general manager, Brian,
Yep.
was asking about his pay.
I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to Brian's GoFundMe in the comment section down below. So if anybody wants to go support Brian's GoFundMe to help him financially, be much appreciated.
Was owed $9,000 in back pay. And when he inquired about it, he was told that John Arnold, who died in 1839, told the owner, she says herself, that he was stealing from her and he wasn't getting paid. So he said, well, we got a camera, we got audio, you can record, the whole thing's recorded, you can check. No, didn't matter. John Arnold told her that he was stealing. So she threw him out. Brian, I made a video for, you can check that out. Again, it's on the page. Feel horrible. He's seeking legal recourse, which he should.
Absolutely.
But she also told him that, well, if you go public or anything, I'm going to sue you.
And I hate that bully mentality. She's putting him in this certain situation to where he literally has no choice but to go to the public for help. And she's telling them, she's telling him, basically, if you go public with this, I'm going to sue the shit out of you. And he hasn't been sued yet because she can't really sue him. I've been saying this everywhere. You can go everywhere and see this. Does she really think that in a court of law that they're going to go by somebody saying that the spirits told her that he was stealing? No, it's not going to happen. And she's on record for saying that. So she has no way of winning in court. So she'd be stupid to take him to court.
And that is an ongoing trend with this person. Now it gets interesting. No, I can't even say interesting. I did not.
I think it's been interesting. Now it gets wacky. It gets a little insane. An assassination attempt now.
I want to make this video. I really didn't, because I have major concerns, not for myself, for the owner. I have major concerns for her, not about her, for her.
Yeah.
Also, I have major concerns for any employees that still work there. I think there's one left because the other gentleman, Kevin, quit yesterday.
I heard about that. Some people messaged me saying that a guy named Kevin quit. And I know they probably love the property. That's probably one of the reasons why they're sticking around it. It's a cool gig, man. It really is. I mean, to give tours at the Conjuring house, tell a little bit of history and whatnot, even knowing the history, I guess, at this point is all fabricated and fake. It's such an unfortunate thing. Wow, I never would have expected back in 2013 that this is where the story of the real Conjuring would go, where the owner is now like threatening to sue people and all these false accusations of all these stories that were built up in the movie, and then people did their research and it was all over the internet, and now it's all been fabricated and faked. It's just, who knew that's where the legacy of the Conjuring franchise would go?
Because he was terrified for his safety.
Can't blame him.
So he ended up getting out of there. But I have concerns for her. I have concerns for anybody who works there. And I have a lot of concerns for anybody who goes there to stay, who booked overnights. Yesterday, people showed up for an event that they couldn't get into because nobody was there. Because Kevin had quit, which totally understand, and she didn't show up. So nobody got in. Now, there are people. Okay, so we got it. Yesterday morning, I get up to go to a plumbing job. And, which, yes, I'm still a plumber. Work for Roto-Rooter. Now, I haven't talked to Jacqueline, the owner of the Conjuring house, since March, when she reached out to me saying that she had a plumbing issue and was asking for guidance. And these are the messages right here. March.
Hi, Jason. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope it's a good one. We need a roto-rotor at the Conjuring house for a clogged drain. If I mispronounced that, by the way, I am so sorry. The Conjuring house for a clogged drain in our staff quarters. I know you used to be affiliated. Who should I call? I appreciate your help. Hey there, how's everyone? I would call the number. My friend Chris was the general manager here in Rhode Island, but he just passed away about 2 months ago. But the number will connect you and get the local branch notified.
17th. She reaches out. I tell her, absolutely, you can call this number. My friend Chris was the general manager. He just passed away, but, this number will connect you. Okay, so there. Her response, thank you. I'm very sorry. Let me show you the whole thing because I want 100% transparency. So
thank you. I'm sorry for your loss. I'll call the number. I appreciate it. Hello to your family from me. Hopefully I'll see you somewhere sometime soon.
Thank you. I'm sorry for your loss. I'll call the plumber. I appreciate it. I'll call the number. I appreciate it. Hope hello to you and your family for me. Hopefully I'll see you sometime somewhere soon. Whatever. Okay. Haven't spoken to her since. So that being said, yesterday I get up to a text of a video that shows a pickup truck at 4:07 in the morning, 4:08 in the morning, backing up out of her property right next to her car. Now, I'm going to show the text and I'll show the video at the end, because at the end of the video, it's her holding her cell phone, recording it. At the end of the video, she says something weird like, "Who's he talking to?" Whatever. But this is what I received, okay? "I'm told you knew of the assassination attempt on me. I will never be defeated or destroyed by..."
So I'm assuming when she says, "I'm told you knew about the assassination attempt on me," I'm assuming she's probably associating that with John Arnold, I'm assuming, is who told her this.
"Any effing paranormal person, now or at any time in the future. So effing be it." Okay, so I let that go. I was like, I have no idea what's going on here, because I don't. Anyways, here is the second part of that. "Just wait."
You know what's crazy to me? And I don't know if this is an ego thing by Jacqueline. I'm not sure at this point. Why do you think you're so fucking special? Because you own the Conjuring house? Do you really think you are, like, up there with people like Jason Hawes? Hell, even Zach Bagans and other people like that? Sam and Colby, what have you? Because you own the Conjuring house? And all of a sudden you think you're such a powerful entity that none of these people will ever destroy you? The sad part is you're destroying yourself. It has nothing to do with any paranormal person on YouTube, whether it's me, Mythos, or anybody, Jason. It has nothing to do with the people on YouTube. It's the only reason why these videos are being made in the first place is because of your lack of empathy. You're out of nowhere. Accusations and just the craziness of your social media posts that are open to the public, until you delete them, of course, but they were open to the public. You are the only reason why anything ever has been said about you, is because of the way you have handled yourself. And even knowing you're saying nobody can effing destroy me, the ironic part is you are doing it to yourself. You're destroying your own reputation, which, yeah, maybe you never leave the internet or whatever have you, whatever you're thinking, that, what do you ever mean by this? You know, if you're like some sort of immortal being, I don't understand your mindset right now. Nobody has ever viewed you as somebody beyond anybody I have just listed. Not one person. I almost guarantee you, every time your name is probably ever going to be mentioned, is they're going to associate you with all of this. So you'll be remembered as the person who accused Jason Hawes of an assassination attempt. I just don't understand your mindset. Yeah, you need help. You need serious help.
"I know there are going to be arrests. Just wait. Brittany, Aaron, and Tiffany will be dealt with separately."
You know, it's crazy that she's saying this stuff, like she's accusing him of assassination. To say shit like, Brittany, Aaron, and Tiffany will be dealt with separately. You know how scary and unhinged that sounds? You know how unsettling you're coming off right now? And you think that's okay? What do you mean they're going to be dealt with? Like, arrested, obviously, but like, to get that message is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Which, I have to be honest, sounds like a threat to those ladies.
Does.
And they should
It's terrifying.
look into some sort of a protection, because this is so unhinged. I mean, it's all over.
I would be surprised if the cops have not showed up at the Conjuring house right now saying, these threats are not okay, Jacqueline. These threats are just not okay. You need to really get yourself checked. And it does. It sounds like 100% a threat. Who knows what else she said?
The place. And, you know, I made a video for Brian, because Brian, the general manager, asked about the money he was owed, and he was terminated over what supposedly a ghost. And then he created a GoFundMe page, and this lady went on and attacked him and called him a loser and all this other stuff. And nobody should donate to his GoFundMe page. He's only trying to pay his rent and food. Well, that's what we need to survive. And he can't survive
I know.
if you haven't.
Exactly. That's why I called it, I think, like twisted and demented, I think is the terms I used when I described what I thought of that when she was saying that nobody should donate to the GoFundMe. It's like, so you're gonna like try to take away the only income he will get to try to get medical, to try to get food, water, a place to stay, or whatever have you, or like pay his bills, and you're just gonna try to rip that away from him. It's like, that is like really, at this point, you should almost not even care what the guy has to do to survive. Because his associations with the Conjuring house are over. Yeah, he had to make that video telling them what happened. Of course he had to. He needed, to tell the people why he needs this GoFundMe up, because he's struggling. And even for you to go out of your way to go messaging people behind everybody's back and try to get them not to donate to his GoFundMe is, I'm with Jason. She definitely needs to like seek help, because this is concerning stuff that you're saying, and the fact that you're not seeing any issue with it at all is insanely concerning. Like, you have broken down, and I really hope you find something to help you.
Paid him in 2 months, and now you're telling him you won't pay him, and you're telling him if he goes public, you're going to sue him. So anyways, getting back to the story.
Yeah.
She goes, I know that was you, Jason effing Hawes, in the truck. If you zoom in, you can see your face. I'm told that Jake Murray and Joe Ranone will be turning over all their evidence of your psychic torture and other means of depraved cruelty. We have much physical evidence because some of you...
And you can tell she's lost it, because do you really think if you take this to a court of law and you use the term psychic torture, you're going to get they're going to laugh at you the second you even bring that up? Everybody is going to be putting their hands over their mouths, holding their stomach, and trying not to shit their pants, laughing because of that. Do you realize that this will never go to court? So you're only making just blatant threats at this point, trying to be a bully to anybody who speaks up against you.
We're stupid enough to use Facebook Messenger. There are also emails and text messages. Now...
Okay, Facebook Messenger, you can also screenshot these text messages too, right? I mean, that you're stupid for even sending these messages in general. This will come up to bite you in the ass. Especially if it gets taken to a court of law and they see these text messages, you're already... I mean, you're going to be done the second you even say that John Arnold was telling you that they were doing this stuff. But this is the proof of it.
The only message I've ever had with her, text, I just showed those. I don't think I've ever talked to her through Facebook Messenger or emails. But, I mean, maybe an email, but I don't think ever an email. So anyways. So, at this point...
It's Unhinged.
I was being accused of some sort of an assassination attempt on her. Now, here's the main issue with this all. I'm going to go back and I want to show this picture, because this is the most interesting part. So this white vehicle you see in this picture is the owner's vehicle. Now, there is a pickup truck that is backing out at 4:07, 4:08 a.m. in the morning. Now, these people... Jacqueline, the owner, had to let in because nobody was there. These people showed up for an overnight and nobody was there. So she finally showed up. She let them in. Now, she let them in. They were driving a pickup truck. She let them in. It's a red pickup truck, I believe. And I actually have their information and everything else. So she lets them in. She asks them, would you like a tour? And they said yes. Her response, and I can't make this stuff up, so just bear with me. Her response is, okay, let me go get a staff member. She goes into the room, locks the door, and never came back. Never came back. These people knocked on the door, tried to make contact with her. She never came back. She never answered.
How are these people, how is she even not sued at this point? They paid how much money to be there, and you just did that? You're asking for it at this point. You should almost just sell the property now, or try to get what money you can and just get the fuck out.
So these people at 4:08 in the morning, they were probably tired. They didn't know what was going on. They left. driving a pickup truck, the very pickup truck she opened the gates and let in. So now, and this was 2 days, this was two nights ago. So not last night, it was the night before. And then yesterday, people showed up for a whole event thing that was going on, and nobody was there. The police showed up to tell them that they had to leave the property. Nobody was there. So these people paid for something, but nobody was there. So again, I'm going to show the video at the end of this, and you can watch the video. You can hear her talking at the very end of it, whispering, "Who's he talking to?" or something. But this was the first text, the video, the first part of the text. And okay. And again, this was the second part. Just going in on it. So now with this, I try to just let things go. Maybe somebody's having a bad day. I don't know. But now,
Man, that's a very nice. It's a very nice thing of you to say. I don't know if I'd be saying that at that point. I'd be like, do you realize what you're saying to me right now, lady? Do you realize what you're saying to me? Couldn't imagine getting those kind of messages.
Just did a post earlier, again on the Conjuring House Facebook page, and blocking and also deleting all comments that are opposed to it, which is exactly what they did with a bunch of the other posts that they did recently, where they were attacking people. And 1,400 comments. I think there were 2 positive comments to the whole thing. And I think that's people who didn't actually read what the post was in the first place. But they're deleting, they're banning, they're doing all this stuff. But she just did a post, and I'm going to show you this. Okay, here we go. This is incredible. Watch what happens. The guy who pulled up in the truck at 2:30 a.m. looks like Jason Hawes. We are divinely protected, and so are all of the well-intentioned visitors.
That's
this
ironic.
Is the third time I've posted these videos. Some hijacker of our the Conjuring House account has deleted most of my posts, and I will find out who they are. How can evidence of paranormal activity...
Is she really that? Someone hijacked our Conjuring House account and deleted all my posts. So how do we not know that this post right here is the hijacker? How do we know we should take your word for it? I'm sure she's going to have so many excuses. Oh, it's the spirits. Oh, somebody hijacked the account. Oh, somebody did this. No, it's you. You're just too afraid to take the full fucking responsibility of what you've said. And every time someone gives you a little bit of beef and shit, you're like, I didn't do that. My boy John Arnold did. So don't blame me. I'm not the one at fault here. I didn't say nothing wrong. John Arnold's putting it in my head. And how do you not think that... Okay. Of course people are going to think there's something wrong with you. At this point, there has to be something wrong with you. Or you're just playing stupid. You're just playing like you're unaware of anything that's going on, but you really are. And you think all of us... That's probably the biggest insult, I think. I've noticed in a lot of paranormal channels and stuff too. They treat the audiences, the people who love and appreciate, let's say the Conjuring House right now, there's a lot of people who love and appreciate that property, and they want to see this place strive, and they want to see this place succeed. They're going to be looking at that post and thinking that all of this is legit, right? Like, what she's saying is 100% true, and yada, yada, yada. Most of it now, not because of all the stuff that's come out, but... she's treating everybody like idiots. Like, we're unaware of what she's saying behind the scenes. Like, she has not seen a single video about her and how she's coming off right now. And she continues to just spiral down this dark rabbit hole of just, where can I go next? Like, at this rate, I feel like I could probably send a personal message. Can I speak to John Arnold? And then John Arnold would reply. And it would just be her. Yeah, this is John Arnold. What's up? At this point, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, this is serious. Like, this is actually serious. Like, she needs help. It's heartbreaking. I actually feel bad. I really do. Like, I'm saying all this shit about how she's like, this is psychotic, this is crazy, this is wacky, this is a bunch of mumbo jumbo, and this is weird, and things like that. But no, this is a person I really feel like it is really struggling with something, and she just needs to get away from this property. She needs to sell it. She needs to get sued, get kicked out of there, or whatnot, whatever have you. This is the kind of person I would see the new owner having issues with, because she would probably start coming back to the Conjuring house just to stalk it. But because I've known people like this. I've actually been around people like this, and I've known and heard stories of them actually stalking people home. It's a terrifying thing because this person is very much unhinged.
Be so threatening that they need to do anything to prevent people from seeing it. In this message, she directly drags me into it.
Directly.
So here's the
I'm
biggest
surprised she didn't put at Jason Hawes and actually really tagged you in it.
concern on this. All right. Man, I hate making this video because I really did not want to make this video.
You got to.
I didn't.
You got to. You got to
My
defend yourself.
concern is for the owner of the property first, because I think anybody who sees these messages has the same concern as I do.
Yeah.
But beyond that, my concern is for anybody who may have employment. I think there's only one person still employed at
I'd
the
say get
Conjuring
out.
house who hasn't quit yet. And any guest who books an overnight or who books a tour, because you need to remember that this individual's on that property. This individual is staying in either in the trailer that's on the property or in the living quarters that are also on that property. So my main concern, of course, is for everybody's safety. The financial issue, bad enough. I don't want to see people get screwed out of money, but I don't want to see people get injured. And that's the scariest part. So that's why I'm making this video. I mean, I just want everybody to be safe. Now,
Before something
with
happens.
this, we need to take into consideration a couple other things. First off, you do a post online. A lot of times there's ramifications that come from these posts. So if I posted something online attacking an individual, there's always a chance that one of my followers might have issues that make them think differently. And you need to take into consideration that sometimes you put others in the threat of harm. So if I posted something and somebody was like, well, hey, Jason's concerned about this, maybe I'll help him out. That's a concern for me. I never want something I say to affect somebody. It's happened in the past, and I don't ever want it to happen again. But now her doing a post like this, if there was anybody out there who thought she was in her right mind by posting something like this, and they thought this person's in threat, let me help her out. So now I have to take consideration or concern for the well-being of my family. Me.
Yeah, because there are people now out there probably thinking that you really did try to assassinate her. That's so crazy to think about. There are people out there who really are buying this, and I was just saying that too. It's like there are people who are going to look at this and buy it. Most of them are not buying it. I've seen all the comments and whatnot, and that post will probably be deleted at some point too. But there are going to be people who are going to genuinely think that you were on that property trying to get in or whatever have you, and it's now a threatening situation for you. She's really putting a lot of people at risk here, and she's not, again, thinking about it that way.
My family.
To her, it's like she's getting back at people for what they're saying. So she probably has seen a lot of the videos. This is her way of getting back at people. I feel like she's probably seen my videos, and I'm sure I'm one of the stupid paranormal people that she's probably been talking about. I have no doubt about that in my mind. I'm sure Mythos is too. I'm sure Jason is. She's really becoming just a ball of unhinged energy who just does not care who she hurts at this point.
Children, all these people. So her posting something like this and making
it's dangerous.
Appear as if I'm randomly showing up or trespassing, doing whatever on her property to cause her harm can lead potentially to people being severely hurt. Let's be honest. It's not a far shot, especially in this world these days. So these are major concerns. These are major concerns. This is a can of worms that she just opened up that I don't think she can close. And she's already going to be dealing with severe legal action from numerous individuals. And now, very possibly, I have to get involved in it. So,
To be honest, man, and I don't want to tell you, I have a lot of respect for you and whatnot. At this point, I mean, this is some serious accusations. Like, this is the worst kind of thing someone could ever say about somebody who had nothing to do with anything. So, like, for you to be actually, like, for you, of all people, to be pretty much told that you just tried to kill somebody, and they have video evidence on their official business website showing a truck backing up, and they're saying that was you doing it. Don't try to fool anybody. You're the one who tried to kill me. You know you did. Yeah, I'd take it to court. These are some serious accusations. And I mean, the only reason why you wouldn't is because of the goodness of your heart. You know that something's wrong with her and she needs to get help. But man, I don't know what else to say. I really don't.
Bottom line, and you know what? Another thing I need to I need to say, I got to get this off my chest because I've seen some people post about it, some people talking about it. There is nothing to do with demonic possession.
Yeah.
In this situation.
Yep, I've gotten those comments too. It's a very interesting thing to see those kind of comments. Oh, do you think? I mean, I've had people joke to me. Oh, you think she's going to use demonic possession as an excuse? And I'm like, she might at this point. She might. I mean, she's already showing that she's not afraid to use John Arnold's name, a real person who existed, as like a fucking almost like an alibi, right? So it wouldn't surprise me at all. But no, it has nothing to do with demonic possession. This is somebody literally suffering. This is literally somebody suffering from a mental issue. And I think it's the stress of everything that's gone down. So I think that's what's getting to her. And I think she just wants to be right. She doesn't want to be wrong. She doesn't want to lose. And she would do anything to make sure that doesn't happen. And I kind of get that vibe when she says things like, I will never be destroyed. It's like she's so desperate to keep this business going and to keep people from leaving and doing all this stuff. But the reality is she's kind of burying it herself.
I need that to be 100% clear. Anybody saying she's possessed, understand you're only giving a way out of with something that she's not.
Yep.
She's not, 100%. So we need to stop this whole bullshit with everything's a demon. I mean, it's got to stop. I mean,
it happens all the time, man. It's like people get this mindset because I think a lot of people watch these paranormal YouTube channels and they're always using that word, demonic, evil. Zach Bagans going into buildings and all of a sudden I can't understand what's happening here. I almost lost consciousness. It's like this mindset, these videos that I don't believe are real. I don't believe people are having demonic experiences as much as they claim they are actually giving this persona, this idea that demonic entities are so fucking common. And as someone who believes in demonic entities and believes in the spirits and believes in paranormal, I know for a fact they don't exist as often as many people make them out to be. So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And yeah, you're giving her a reason to use that for an excuse. And there's going to be people who probably buy it saying, yeah, she might have been possessed. People need to stop. They're being heartless about it. She couldn't control her actions. It's like you are giving her a fucking reason to even get worse on people. Oh, well, that wasn't me speaking. You see, that was the demon. That was Kabababuka. I'm just making something up, obviously, on top of my mind. I'm not trying to offend anybody. That was just, I don't know. Pikatoki. Oh, Bathsheba Sherman's the one who possessed me. Oh, my God.
People think that, okay, maybe that is what sells. But if it's what sells, then I don't want any damn part of it.
Nope.
Bottom line is saying, oh, well, she's possessed. It's the house that's doing this to her. It has nothing to do with that. So we need to stop making that a scapegoat for somebody's actions. People need help. Bottom line. It has nothing to do with the paranormal. It has nothing to do with that house. It has to do with that person. And we need to take that into consideration. We need to stop thinking this whole demonic thing, because then people will never get the assistance that they truly need. So stop with the bullshit about possession and demons.
Yep,
and
100%
some
agree.
people might think that's what sells because they do it on their freaking show all the time. Well, it's complete bullshit. I've been doing this for 30-something years. We handle cases directly for numerous religious organizations. 99.9% of the cases that we get sent to write up preliminary reports on possession or demonic hauntings have nothing, not one thing, to do with the paranormal or a demon. So stop with the bullshit about demons. All right? And that starts at the top. Let's be honest. because that's just people putting it out there and letting all these people watch it and then claiming, oh, well, no, they're out there. No, they're not. You're the one that's fabricating this. You're the one that's pushing this whole.
When the phone app thing goes off and it says demon, and then this is a demonic entity. Shadow Man. This is a demonic entity. This is, I don't feel right, man. I feel nauseous. Our demonic encounter at yada, 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 the Conjuring house. And I'm pretty sure that was even a title. I would not be surprised if Twin Paranormal has used that. This is a demonic encounter at the Conjuring house and whatnot.
Ideology. That's not real. You're not helping people. You're hurting people.
Yeah, you are.
You're not helping the field. You're hurting the field. You're making a mockery of this field. So stop giving somebody the freaking, the escape of using that for bad choices or other issues. It's to the point where it's so disgusting. This field has always been so important to me and so many others. And to see what some people have turned it into it's heartbreaking. It truly is. And if that's the shit people want, well, then it's not worth it for me because I'm never going down that path. So that's my little rant on this whole bullshit of everything being possessions and demons and all that stuff. Do I believe in negative entities? 100%.
Yep.
But I believe 99.9% of those have nothing to do with it.
Yep.
So
I've even said it myself, man. If a demon was really in that room, do you think it would be just like a simple voice app saying demon, devil? I feel like if an entity of darkness, a inhuman spirit was really in that house with me right there, this thing should be able to fuck me up, right? I would assume so. But now everything's a demon. Everything is a demon. And I've watched many paranormal videos. I 100% agree with Jason, by the way. I have seen so many paranormal videos that go immediately into a darker entity. Not every place. Some places are like a shadow man, but now every little girl spirit is being turned into a demon because the fucking phone app says demon when think they're talking to a little girl. I don't think this is a little girl. I think what we got here is something that can shapeshift into a demonic entity. I think this little girl is a vessel so that they can lure people in and no. Simply and straightforward, guys, and just because Jason brought it up, and this is a video I was wanting to make for a while. I did make a video talking about the word demonic and everything a while back, but this is something I want to actually get off my chest too, because I'm sorry, there are very big paranormal channels who use this constantly, and it's just not true. Plainly, simply, as somebody who supports so many of these bigger channels and loves a lot of these guys, they're talented dudes, this is one thing I really do not like, is when the word demon is thrown out there like every 10 to 20 seconds when it has nothing to do with anything demonic. Nothing demonic ever happens. Ever. The occasional scratches, which could be fabricated. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. It's not that hard to have someone off camera quickly just run over, take your nails, and go down someone's back. It's not that difficult. It can happen off camera when the two people are behind you and they quickly just do it just to do it, and then they act it out when they walk in front of the camera. It's not like the most impossible thing ever. It barely ever happens. Have I ever received scratches out of nowhere? And there's one time where me and my dad both experienced a weird experience in this house around the time when we believed it was truly haunted. And I think it was truly haunted. I truly believe that. We received a scratch, but the same exact scratch in the same exact spot on our bodies. We had no explanation of how it happened. The same exact scratch, the same detail, everything. It was bizarre. And it's sad for these business owners, man. They have to label it as demonic, and there's really nothing demonic ever happening there. Those people are going to go to these locations thinking that there's going to be a demon there. Or hell, some people are going to be too scared to go to those locations because they're scared of demons there. We got to stop. Jason's right. We got to stop with this demonic bullshit because people are really creating, again, a scapegoat for this owner, which wouldn't work in a court of law. Again, it would just get you sent to a mental hospital for help, which is, I think, something she needs is help in general.
Fine. Stop with that bullshit. Now, getting back to this, people need to be concerned. People need to be careful. This is something that needs to be handled. And I worry about her safety. I worry about that property. And I worry about anybody and everybody who comes into contact with this individual. It has nothing to do with the paranormal, but help is needed. And as long as people are going there, you're financially making it impossible to do so. So, you want my advice? Cut all ties with that place. Put that place as far out of your mind as possible. Make sure the world knows. Because that person will never take the help as long as she's got the ability to keep on going. So that's all I have to say. That's it.
That's a good
And
video.
I'll play that video as I go out. You watch it as many times as you want. But just know, I have all the evidence. The people she let in were driving the pickup truck. The people who left were driving the pickup truck. She let them in. So this is just gotta stop. I mean, it's so ridiculous. Here you go. Here's the video. Love from me to you guys. Keep it real and stay safe.
I was talking to them.
So desperate to try to ruin people that she actually tried to frame Jason like that. He's absolutely right, though. People need to be concerned. People need to stop going to that house, giving this person power, because clearly she feels like she has all the power in the world. And she just doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. This is terrible. This is a terrible situation, and I really hope that one day this house will get a new owner and allow people to go in there and show the house the respect it's due. But until then, this is just a situation that is just, again, insanely unfortunate and scary in a lot of senses. You know, I got heated and whatnot, but it's hard not to when you hear people getting put in these kind of situations. Anyways, guys, please let me know what you think in the comments section. What do you think's next? What do you think has to happen before something is done to help the owner? Because at this point, she needs to be done. She just needs to get out of there, go seek help, and be done with the house, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll certainly see you guys in the next one. Jason, I'm so sorry that you got accused of that. That's crazy. That's just insane. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Please do take care.
If you can't stay, can't start to through, you won't be meant to.